get back to it. Let's see. A little better. What's up, Cody Coyote? What you doing Saturday? Or on this Saturday? There we go. Much better. Where did we leave off? I think we left off with the stack. We'll start with the RX, with the VTX to go, mount the antenna. That's really it. Solder up the camera wires. And that's really it. So not much more to go with this build. This build's almost done. I knocked out the first half on Facebook yesterday. I tried to do it on YouTube, but I guess there's over 24-hour restriction once you first activate YouTube Live. You have to wait 24 hours before you can actually go live. So this is exactly 24 hours from yesterday and part 2 of the build that I was working on Facebook with. Okay, let's do the receiver first. Knock that out. Knock out the video transmitter. And then we'll knock out the video. Yeah, there we go. You got any plans tonight, Cody? And the only thing I'm doing right now is just getting this guy. Tomorrow it's raining. We actually had a meetup tomorrow planned, but it is raining, so that is actually not going to work now. I mean, it does not rain here much in Phoenix, but I mean, I don't even remember the last time it rained. I think it's been, 2 months ago? Nothing? It's been a while since the last time it rained. Where's my little helper hand? There we go, helping hands, whatever you want to call it. There we go. Nobody else wants to say hi in the chat? Nobody else doing anything exciting on this Saturday other than just watching YouTube? I mean, I know with everything going on with COVID, there's really not much to do. What's up, guys? Montana, okay. Do you actually fly outside in the snow? I know I'm from Chicago, outside of Chicago. I grew up outside of Chicago. I didn't start flying until I was actually in Wisconsin. It was really cold out in Wisconsin, so it was hard to fly. But I didn't fly FPV back in Wisconsin. That was a long, long time ago. But I know usually if you keep the batteries warm, you usually don't have any issues. But I know overall, I know I've just flew actually in Colorado. There's actually going to be a new video coming out next week in the mountains of Colorado where it was cold. It was, I think, in the teens. So it was super cold that day. And I had no problem really with batteries. I actually used the lithium ion packs. These are custom ones that I built. This is a 5S2P. This is 80 amps, and it is 8,400 milliamps. So, or 90 amp peak. So 8,400 milliamp, 5S. It is a beast for long range. All right, the RX is done. Let's go ahead and knock out the video transmitter. Anybody got any big plans for 2021? Any FPV plans? Any new builds coming up? I know one thing I was really looking to build in the future is going to be a 10-inch drone. So, but I find the problem with building something that big usually, though, is I don't really have a purpose for it at all. This is the switchback build. So it's the switchback 533. Actually, no, sorry. Yeah, 533 Pro build. So I'm actually ordered braces that are going to be going in the front and the back. Usually I run these side braces on some of my other builds, and they go on the side there. And these frames are super strong, super strong. But I'm ordering a front brace and a back brace that will be coming in this week. Because this one, you really got to be careful with these frames. If you have the side braces, the bottom of the motors, if they're too big, they actually don't work, which I just found out, which is why I'm running front braces on this one instead of side braces. So just beware, if you run this frame, some of the motors actually have bigger bottom motor mounts, and you won't be able to run the side braces. So I figured that out of air, so now I got to order something to fix it. So is what it is. Where is the VTX pop top? VTX is right there. Okay. This is a 6S build. These are T-Motor Velox 2207 1950 KVs. So I'm building a little bit both 4S, 6S builds. Back here is another 4S build. This is T-Motor's F40s. And I actually just ended up printing a new shark fin for it. So it's pretty cool. So it actually looks pretty good. It looks like it's a shark in the ocean. But that build was already done. I actually stripped the camera out for this build. So, but I actually like the way this flies way better than the Miracos. Plus, as well, the front braces in these drones or on these drones break easily. For me, at least. I guess I just crash too much or crash too hard into things. So, I don't know. It is what it is. Let's get back to it. Get this build finished up. And go watch some TV, make some popcorn, relax. And then tomorrow, I think we're just going to have a long day of cleaning. And then actually, I'm probably going to get a Velocidrone. Do any of you guys play Velocidrone? If so, you guys should drop. This FC is the Pyro Stack 20x20 combo. It's really nice because it allows you actually to solder the RX right on top. It's 20x20 combo. And it is the 35 amp stack for this one. But it comes out super clean. So, I mean, I got a lot of other builds, but here's just the bottom stack. Comes out super clean. But, yeah, I was actually in one of my giveaways coming up. I am giving away a 20x20 stack. It actually has LEDs on the side. I forgot the name of it. I'll go grab it here shortly. But one of the giveaways that's coming up, I'm doing a huge giveaway. So just stay tuned for that. I'm giving away a Hero 5 session, a 20x20 stack flight controller, ESC stack. Giving away like a parallel charger as well. I'm giving away a couple sets of Ds, custom as well. So they are a 4 set of hex, 1.5 up to 3. And there's going to be 2 or 3 sets of these given away in the giveaway. So it's going to be a huge giveaway, probably about 10 winners, 8 to 10 winners. I haven't really decided exactly what I'm going to be giving away completely, but just stay tuned for that. And there's really actually no need to subscribe. It's going to be a free giveaway, so there's going to be no subscription required. Anybody can enter. It's just going to be a huge thing for the FPV community, just to get other people who don't have some of these parts, get them a chance to try them out. No, these wires are so small. There we go. But the other flight controller is really cool. I'm going to go get that here shortly and show you guys. There we go. Thank you, D. Thomas. How's your day going, brother? Thank you for doing the 300, if that is the 300. Looks like it's so. Thank you, brother. I hope you're having a great day, man, with everything going on. I hope you're having a great day, family's safe. I hope everybody's having a good day. I had a good day. It's in the evening now. Had some good food for dinner. I didn't even eat dinner yet. Just left to eat dinner. I'm almost done with this VTX here. And then let me solder up the camera. And then really after that, just buttoning it up and finishing it up. And I wasn't going to do a dump on this in a flash, but I'll probably just walk through the flash. We'll see if the actual laptop will take it while I'm live streaming. I wasn't going to flash it or update it and just dump a configuration on it, but that's something I want to go into a different video, actually, into the configuration that I run, at least, and kind of some of the defaults that I set up. Everyone's a little bit different, but just like to share some information. There we go. This is the TS100 soldering iron. So I really like it just because it's portable. You can use it with a battery. There's a lot of ones that you can use with batteries nowadays, so it's not the only one that uses it with a battery. To be honest, I used to use a really cheap solder for a long, long time. That was the biggest thing I realized, that the soldering gun and the solder you use is really important. I got some good solder. There we go. I got some great solder that I love. Let's see if it focuses. Nope. Let's see. Nope, doesn't want to focus. Golly. Whatever. It is called SaneSmart, and this is the 0.06 or 0.6 millimeter solder. It's mixed with flux. It is super, super good. Let me go get that flight stack ESC combo to show you guys real quick. Sorry about that. All right, Cody, you have a good one, brother? This is that flight stack that I was talking about. It's got the LEDs on it. It's pretty cool. Little 20 by 20 stack. And on the corners of the stack, there's LEDs on each side. So this will be one of the things in the giveaway, as well as, like I said, there's going to be a session 5. There's going to be other tools, all sorts of little knickknacks and doodads to give back to the community as well. Like I said, there doesn't even require a subscription. Let's continue and finish this up. tired. I went out racing today. I did probably about 13, 14 packs. One of my other builds kind of made me decide that I'm going to sell some of my other quads to kind of really standardize on the. So that is kind of why I'm going to end up streaming probably 2 or 3 more builds here in the next couple of weeks. Got a couple more frames ordered, got a couple more motors ordered for some 4S, some 6S builds. Kind of be swapping back and forth and kind of trying to figure out what works. So do you guys like to freestyle or race? What is your preference if you guys had to choose for your perfect ideal day? I mean, some people would say both. I would say both. If I had my ideal day, would be doing both. But if you got to choose, would it be freestyling or would it be racing? Yeah, stupid life. Nobody? Nobody? I'll ask the question again. If you guys had to choose between freestyle or racing or long range or planes or helicopters actually or RC cars. I used to have a couple RC car builds, but I got out of it and then I got into this and this has not stopped since. Put my goggles down and send it. I hear you, brother. It's the same thing. I like to really fly anywhere. Lately, I've been kind of on this race craze. So I've met a couple local racers here that are really, really fast, and I'd love to fly with them. They're really great guys. So now I'm working just to kind of practice and get that side down. So I've never raced really. I think last time I hit gates was when I was flying whoops, probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So I did some flying today, and it was good. It was good. A little windy out today. It was kind of cold and gloomy, but actually it was better that way because there was nobody out at the park. So I realized those are some of the best days to actually fly because there's really nobody at the parks. Yeah, there we go. Almost done with this VTX here. Remember this camera cable here? I'm just shortening it to fit it in the build just because it's such a tight build. The cables kind of overlap each other, so you gotta fold them in there. It's very delicate. Ugh. Yeah, she is. What do you mainly fly, brother? Or anybody in the chat? What is your guys' preferred size of drone flight? I really have a love for 7 inches, just in regards to just the way they feel, the floatiness, the smoothness. I really enjoy flying my 7, but I don't know. Some people really freestyle 7 inches, and I mean that's awesome. I would love to kind of do that, but I know if I crush my 7 inch, that thing is going to go into a million pieces. So I really do not want to crash my 7 inch because that thing weighs. I got the Get Mark 4 7 inch version. It's a very light frame, but with lightness, you do sacrifice strength. So realistically, I don't know if it's a benefit. I know the go-to drone really for long range, a lot of people is the FR7. That'd be cool to do a build with an FR7 or even an FR8. Well, this one I split the cable, so I'm gonna have to put some electrical tape. Three-inch. I actually just ordered a Beta FPV 95X with the SMO camera, the 4K camera. So that should be pretty interesting to try that out. I don't know. I've seen some things online with reviews that kind of have mixed thoughts of it, but it looks like a really good platform regardless if I don't put the SMO camera on it. The Beta 95X is still going to be a great platform for running the naked GoPro 6 or even like a naked GoPro 8 on it. So if the camera doesn't work out, and then hey, maybe I'll probably give it away to one of you guys and you guys can win it. So it's a pretty nice camera. It's super light. It's only like 30 grams. It's more for cinematic. You're definitely not going to want to put it on a freestyle build. I mean, you can put it on a freestyle build, but then if you crash that freestyle build, it's most likely not going to survive it. So, all right. Done with all the cables, soldering, I think it's good. Now I got to just button everything up. Turn the fan back off. You need the hot glue gun over here. Hot glue in. Hot glue in the actual connectors and the ESC and the flight controller connectors just to make sure everything. Get the 9. The only thing I want to do is I don't really want to strip it down myself. I would like to actually buy it from somebody. Do you know anybody who actually sells the GoPro 9s in the naked version? Because I've seen the GoPro 8s in the naked version. Those are like $650 or $700 or something. Those things are just very, 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 very expensive. All right, what do we button up first? We're going to button up the FC controller there. What's up, Peter? What's up, Prop Doc? Thanks, Peter. Hey, man, you just hit 200. I think you're at like 202 now or 203. Just finishing up or working on one of my other builds here. Finishing it up now, getting everything else connected, buttoning everything up. All the soldering's done. All the fun and good, juicy stuff is done, Peter. So you missed that, brother. My apologies. All I got is hot glue for you, man. Actually, there we go. I know that's not what you're talking about, but I don't want to do that on here, brother. All right, that's all buttoned up. Let's throw that on there. Twist this around. We're gonna throw that back like that. Actually, we're gonna throw it on this side because the camera swings in that way. Throw that bad boy on there. Cable's back in there. So like I said, this build is so extremely tight. You gotta make sure all of your cable plays out on these bad boys. No, this is actually the Pyro drone 20 by 20 stack. This is the 35 amp 20 by 20 F7 Pyro drone stack. I think it was like $84 or $85. So I have peeps either. Exactly, brother. Stinks tomorrow, man. I'm mad I had to bail last week on the actual flight. And then we can't fly this week because of the rain. So everything's going to fit in there just fine. This thing is so tight. Let's add the screws on top. Let's get everything buttoned down. Where is everything? We got 7 people in the house. Hey, Dad. Why are your lips so red? I don't know. It's cold. I don't know why my lips are red. I never even red. Might just be the camera. I'm using a web camera. Why are my lips so red? Yeah, man, it's been good makeup sometime. I hear you, brother. This guy's coming together quick, though. Once these... It's the only thing... Oh, I'm not done soldering. I do have to solder one more point. There's a spot back here for the VTX, and you can jumper it one or two ways. And one way you can jumper it, you can get 5 volts. The other way you can jumper it, you can get straight to VBAT. So it's nice. The version that I'm running goes 5 to 13 volts for the Nano SE. This is the Pro 32 version. This only allows 5 to 13 volts. Actually, I think it's 5 to 15 volts with surge protection or whatever they said. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bridge this one back here really quick. So we are getting 7 volts. Capacitor looks good. Yeah, I actually ordered a new set of capacitors, and they came out to be really, really big ones for some reason. So normally I get these green ones that are 1,000 farads, and these ones are super, super skinny, but they're super fat. So I don't know. I like them, but in regards to space, they take up a little more space for builds, if you especially have a tight or slam build. But I guess it really doesn't matter if you have a long build or you really don't have a space problem. 4.5 to 16 volts. Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you. So really, realistically, oh, sorry about that. There you go. So realistically, putting a 4S or even a high voltage battery on there will actually kill it then. So yeah, I got to solder just one little pad real quick, and that will be the end of the soldering for that section. That's that. Next, what I'm going to do is reflow it just to make sure it's good. Yeah, but it's nice because, I mean, you're really, some other ones, I mean, you can run higher voltage on them. I don't know if there's really a benefit. I guess really for the higher voltage is really only when you're running like 1 amp or 1 milliwatt or really high outputs. I don't know if it's really going to be a difference in regards to racing because I'm only running really low outputs. Yeah, this is the 32 nano. This is the version, what is it, version 1.1? So it's the 500 milliwatts for this one. Only pain in the butt with them is you have to unlock them when you first hook them up, which, I mean, I guess it's understandable. That's the way they have to sell them by law. 2 last week. They're hard to find and come by. I know they're like $30, $32 or something like that. Yeah, come on. There we go. That's good. All right. Let's get back to it. VTX is done. Let's throw the camera wire in there and button up the camera. We're going to cut this one off because we're not going to use the actual telemetry or anything with the video or OSD. Micro Apex. Nice, brother. Is that a 4-inch version or a 3-inch version? Because I saw Brian was talking about it as a... where's the camera? This is the camera. I saw Brian was talking about it... Hold on, sorry, 1 second. Video. Crap, did I wire up the wrong signal? I probably did. I probably wired up the wrong wire, didn't I? No. Yeah, video. T4. Oh, did I wire it backwards? No, wait, hold on. Power negative. Voltage negative. Dang, these boards are so hard. Positive. Camera single CS. Yeah, that one's fine. Man, these things are so hard to see on the board. Have you been having any problems with Tracer in regards to disconnecting at all, Peter? I was with AK today, and he had similar issue that Martin had, where it disconnected at about 20, 25 feet away. It actually failed twice on him. So I don't know if it was just a problem with just the firmware. This is the Nano Run, or no, this is the Foxer Predator V5. So main one that I run now out of all of them. F7. Unified Pro V3. The T-Rex, yes, I have. I have it on my freestyle build. So I've done the T-Rex, the Toothless, and the Foxer Predator V5, or the Predator V5. Personally, I do like the V5, Predator V5 over all of them. Well, I haven't flown the Toothless enough to actually be honest with you. Damn, Tracer was a crazy feel. That much different than Crossfire? That's what Martin said. Martin said he really felt that big of a difference from moving from Crossfire to Tracer, which, I mean, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. I was just... The actual printing on the board is so small on these 20 by 20s. They're so hard to see. So, good. Just wanted to verify that before I hook up something wrong. 3 and 4 inch. What are you going to build? What size? So I thought you were saying that you're going to build a 4 inch, I think, in the chat. I gotta find that darn screw. What motors are you going to put on there too? I wonder. 4 inch, what is that? That'd be like 2003s or something like that. More about the V5? I don't really know if it's more. I didn't really find. I found the default picture quality of the T-Rex to just not be the same in regards to clarity for seeing shadows. That was one big thing. Also, the performance in regards to sunlight. I felt like this sensor handled sunlight completely different than the T-Rex. But I'm not saying the T-Rex isn't a good camera. The T-Rex is a great camera. Switch to firmware 5.07. I alpha tested. Firmware version 5.07 for what firmware? Oh, for Tracer. Gotcha. My apologies, brother. Trying to keep track of the build. Trying to talk with you guys. First time for everything. All right, camera's done. VTX. Let's throw the VTX in. Get the cabling done with that. And the top hat. Where is my top hat? 1 second, gentlemen. I gotta go get my top hat. Oh, sorry about that. What motors are you going to be putting on there, Peter? On the 4-inch? All right, brother. Have a good one, brother. Love you too, man. No homo. Completely understand. 20003. Yeah, that's what I thought. T-motor, brother. I guarantee those black ones I imagine that you bought. Those were nice. Those are really beautiful motors. Do they make the T-Rex, Prop Doc, do they make the T-Rex in the Nano version? Because I would definitely try the Nano version on one of my race builds, definitely. I mean, the only reason why I say my race builds is just because I go through cameras. Micro. Is the mounting on the micro 14 by, I wonder if the mounting on the micro is a 14 by 14. It's probably not. I imagine the micros are the, I think are those 16 by 16 or 19 by 19. I forget. So many different sizings for cameras, motors. Hard to keep everything straight sometimes. Just got to get these supports out of the middle of the actual 3D prints. Later, brother. There we go. Prop Doc, you got any plans this weekend? No yet idea on the motors. Those they make those 2004s in the T motor, brother. Don't let me keep you held up though, man. We could talk about drones all day. All right, brother, will do. 19 by 19 mounting. I don't know if I could. I don't think I could put a 19 by 19 mounting for these ones at least. They're just such tight builds, these switchbacks. I think the only ones that they support are the actual. Well, wait. Well, what's the ant? I wonder what the ant is because I know people are actually custom or fitting these with HD versions. So there may be a version that actually could support it. But the Pro version I know only supports 14 by 14. At least on the ones that the prints that I'm getting, I guess maybe that I can find. Morning View banana. The hot glue gun is a banana and try to bite it. No, I've never mistaken it for a banana. Kind of does look like a banana though right now. But that would not be pleasant to take a bite of that banana at all. What's up, Morning View? What are you up to tonight? or up to this evening or this night. $3D Helling Freestyle. 3D Helling Freestyle is awesome. That is, it's the one thing I'd never understood how they can actually do it. I mean, that is extremely, I mean, it seems extremely hard. I don't know the actual concept behind it. The concept may be a little easier, but I am not actually sure at all. Do you do actual 3D flying? And I've seen a lot of good pilots. All right, that's good there. I'll plug this for now. A little bit later. The DC-10. Dang, nice. It's not easy. It's stupid hard. Did you try in a sim before you actually tried in real life, or did you actually just go right to real life? Because I know I've tried 3D flying before in regards to actual drones, and I found that to be extremely hard. It was really confusing to actually just 10 years ago. I imagine electronics and helicopters and planes and everything were a lot different 10 years ago in regards to even sourcing the actual hardware. I could imagine it would be hard. $3D heli on a micro. Could imagine that would be harder on a micro too, just because they're not. I know in regards to the authority, a micro in regards to a bigger one will have less authority. Did some sim. All right, brother. Have a good morning view. See you shortly. Let's figure out where we're back at. Okay, this is all glued in there now. That's all set up. Let's get this set up on the VTX. We are actually not going to glue this in yet for the VTX because we have to unlock it first, and then we'll actually glue it in. So we'll hook up the antenna, we'll unlock the VTX, and then we'll place it, heat shrink it, and get that good to go. And then after that, it's just heat shrinking the RX, tucking everything up, binding it. That's that. And actually, I may not bind it on camera, but I may flash the actual firmware and everything and get that up to date on the actual flight controller. I can't really show you guys because I don't have any capture software, but eventually I will get better streaming gear. Big ass helis. 950 size gas and turbine. Wow, that sounds huge. 950. Is that 950 millimeters? Is that the size in regards to actually how big the props are? No, I guess. And then we are going to use this guy. No, actually, we're not. Actually, we can. It don't matter. Either or will work. OBS. Oh, you're talking about the stream capture software? I do need to get that, and I will get that. I'm just slacking, so my apologies. I will eventually get set up with a way better setup, microphone, lighting, and all that eventually. Here we go. I think that's small enough. Yep. $950 cubic cm. Ooh, let's throw that in there. All right, perfect. That's on there. That's good. Get one of the batteries and plug it in. Boston works way good. At least nothing blew up. That is a good sign. And actually, before I do that, I actually have to unlock the UART. So I actually will have to connect it first. So give me 1 second. Let me go grab my controller. I have to plug it in real quick, flash it, and unlock it. So give me 1 sec. All right, I'm back. My apologies. How many people do we got? All right, let's go ahead and get this bound up. I would like to get a helicopter. My fears of getting a helicopter is that I will end up breaking it probably the day I get it. To be honest, I ended up breaking drone, I think, the first one that I got within the first day. So, I just really found enjoyment in drones. I remember I had a helicopter at first a long time ago. And then I just got out of it. I do not know exactly why. I think the name for this build is going to be Creamsicle with the orange and white motor theme. I'm going to name it Creamsicle. I think that's a fair name for it. Do you guys agree? Creamsicle is a fair name. $2,500. Ooh-wee. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. That's there. Let's get this done. Is that a truck? Mm-hmm. That means my package may have came. Oh, that'd be awesome if my package came. I had ordered my the beta FPV that I had said. I wonder if my beta FPV package had came. It said it was going to be here by 9 by UPS. Let's see. That sounds like a truck. And it says in status. It says it's still, I don't know. No, it didn't say delivered yet. If it does get delivered before the end of the stream, I may unpack it and actually just show you some of the goodies that I bought. It still says in transit. We'll check that back here shortly. Let's go ahead and get this back updated. Doop. In there, that's rain. That's actually rain. It actually is raining now. Great. Yay. 60% connected. And then all we gotta do is flash the FC. We're gonna upgrade it really quick in beta flight to 4.25, dump a default configuration on it real quick. And then we are going to put the pit mode switch on and then unlock the VTX. I'll be able to button it up, and that's pretty much it. So for like 10, 15 more minutes of your guys' time. Hopefully I'm not wasting your guys' time there. Wow. It went all the way to Virginia. Holy crud. I ordered this order from Pyrodrone actually Thursday. So, oh, and NA. Oh, okay, okay. That is crazy still, regardless. Bind's good. Everything's good with that. Let's go ahead and get it flashed real quick. Darn it, and I forgot the cable, of course.
Telemetry lost.
All right, sorry about that. Here we go. Let's do this. Get this thing flashed.
Telemetry recovered.
Should load right onto the last one I was on. 425. There we go. It's flashing. There we go. It's flashing. And then we're going to grab this configuration. Yeah, next time what I'll do is I will do a screen capture on my computer too as well. All I'm doing is I'm taking a diff all from my racer configurations and just dumping it onto this, because I mean they're all pretty much the same. The only biggest difference between these are just the motors. So 4S, 6S, and the PIDs. The PIDs are a little bit different between each of them. It's flashing right now. It should be done here shortly. Dump that in. We can cover that up once that's done. And then we can throw the back post on now while we're waiting like this. Oh, there we go. Program successful. Let's go ahead and do that then. Apply custom defaults. Perfect. So now all we got to do is just change modes. This guy back on.
Welcome to OpenTF. Switch warning.
All we got to do is use one. No, now it's still not even coming up. Why it's not? There we go. Perfect. No, it's good. Technically, the default config's on there, so now we should.
Telemetry lost.
On Facebook to only FPV exposure. I get it on YouTube subs and check my page. Yeah, we'll do Prop Doc. What's up, Acro Cheese? My apologies, Acro Cheese.
Telemetry recovered.
The process is very annoying for actually unlocking these. You have to hold it for like 25 to 30 seconds to actually trigger the unlock. So it's just annoying because you have to just sit there and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Later, Prop Doc. My apologies. I will get another camera. This is just a crappy web camera from China. It is extremely cheap. So I will look at getting a better camera. My apologies. It is so crappy. It is very bad. It looks better here, but I guess it must come over bad. So I actually ended up slipping off of it, so now I gotta do it again. Golly, it's such a delicate process. Wish there was a way through smart audio you could unlock it. I mean, you would think you can do pretty much anything else through smart audio. You think there'd be a feature to where you could unlock the VTX through smart audio, but I guess it's all different. It might be something in regards to regulations, or what they can and can't do. I'm not sure. It looks like it's unlocked now. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds. And then the way to test if it's unlocked, all I'm going to do is just go to a different power output to make sure I can go up to a different output. This is the Nano, TBS Nano Pro 32. It goes up to 500 milliwatts for this small of a size. So yeah, I think it's good now. So I'm going to let go. And then I'm going to bring it back to the power output. Yep, so it's unlocked now. So it's at its max 500 right now. So that is all good to go. Now I can actually seal it up. So much space. Oh yeah, completely. And I mean, to get that 500 milliwatts, I mean, to be honest, I really don't fly above maybe 100 milliwatts, but it does save a lot of space. It is super small, super convenient. I mean, it really is an awesome, awesome receiver. So let's go ahead and pop these back posts on. Let's go ahead and button up that VTX in a heat wrap wherever my posts are. Nope. Where are my red posts? Yeah, they're right here. Let's go ahead and button up these posts real quick. What's your go-to FPV drone, Acro Cheese? I like your name, by the way. That is a really good name. Source one, typically the same setup from day one. Nice. Yeah, I wish I would have found. How long ago did you start FPV? I started FPV about 3 years ago now. So I kind of really didn't know kind of how to start. One of my first drones was actually one off of Amazon, which I imagine a lot of people's drones are. It really wasn't much of a drone. But it's what I first started on. And then I ended up, oh, darn, it stuck. Oh, that stinks, but it's still holding. No, I'm going to wrap it again. That's fine. One of the first ones after that was a Baby Hawk, one of the Emax Baby Hawks, which personally I didn't like that much. But, I mean, it was still a great drone to learn on. So everybody starts somewhere. That was one of my first brushless drones, was the Tiny Hawk. It was a good drone to learn on. July 2020. So you just started draining your bank accounts. Crappy Bugs 3 drone from Amazon. Yep. Yep. Have you built your own yet, Acro Cheese? That's good. That's good. Plenty of times. Yep. Exactly. It is a never-ending cycle. I'll tell you what. It is a never-ending cycle, but it's enjoyable. It's one of the things that I truly enjoy is flying FPV drones, building FPV drones. I mean, I enjoy a lot of other things, but as a hobby, this is one of my favorites. But it's definitely a money drainer. Definitely a money drainer. Come on. There we go. There she goes. She didn't want to stick. There she goes. Oh, no, she still doesn't want to stick. All right, we're getting a new piece. Ooh, I lost actually one of my drones in the water probably about almost 2 months ago now. I actually have a video up on my channel where a brand new build, I ended up just working on it. It was probably about, I literally was an hour away from, or an hour after I finished it. I went and met up with a friend. I took it out on its maiden flight, and I ended up crashing it and taking it right into a creek. But I ended up going back and finding it with a pool skimmer. So luckily, I was able to find it. But yeah, it was crazy. It was very, very, very crappy to have a brand new build, something like that happen. But stuff happens. It is what it is. That was a really crappy day. I was really, really mad. It was actually Halloween. So I had to actually leave it in there overnight. So it was actually in there for well over 24 hours, and I was able to actually still find it. I didn't get to save anything. What I ended up doing was just ended up rebuilding the whole drone. I wouldn't want to fly something actually too like that without actually, I wouldn't trust it at that point. If I take something in the water like that, I want to make sure that I rebuild it completely to be able to trust that I can fly it and reliably fly it at least. Personally, especially with how fast these things are, you get yourself in a pickle really, really quick. This is pretty much it. I'm just tying it up with the last couple bolts. Oh, what GoPro did you end up losing? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, brother. Good news is if you actually, if you're subscribed, not even if you're subscribed, but hopefully you're subscribed or you're in my YouTube or Facebook, I am actually giving away a Session 5, and it is actually right there. So this will be one of the giveaways here coming up. This is a Session 5. It is a great camera. I used to use that all the time. One of the cameras I've switched to actually is the 6 now. So that's the main one I mainly film with. I probably will go back to the 5 to do anything realistically. Once the link comes out, there's free entries that are going to be in there as well. So really it's just to give back to the FPV community. So there are other options to do other entries to get more entries into the subscriptions. Thank you, brother. There'll be options to do other things to get more subscriptions or more points to or more entries into the prizes. There's going to be 8 to 10 winners, so there's going to be a lot of prizes and such. But it's just to give back to everybody, all the subscribers, everybody that's out there. Get some people some new tools as well. I'll be giving away these tools. So, they're really nice custom set of tools. Hex driver set and everything. That'll be also one of the giveaways. So a little bit of everything, just to kind of get people, give back to everybody. Let's finish this up, put these bolts in. Perfect. Yeah. There. No. There. Actually, no, it'd probably be easier to put these front ones on. It will hold the actual back plate. I don't know why I didn't do that. Didn't make any sense the way I was doing it. There we go. And then it will actually hold the back plate while I screw these down, so they don't slip off. There we go. These guys aren't long enough. We're gonna switch these guys out to a longer screw because they're not really even going through the carbon plate and touching. Switch to a longer screw. Yeah, I think that's here. These are the other ones. Let's see. You got any plans, Acro Cheese, this weekend? That is pretty much it. You are and that's it. LOL. I'm really independent and alone. No, I hear you. I hear you. So that is pretty much it. Other than the battery strap, that is the full part 2 or the end part 2 of the switchback build. So actually, no, I forgot one thing. I can't end this off without putting the unicorn horn on. And then I will break off and call it a night. But I do thank you guys for coming out. Or not even coming out, but thank you guys for tuning in and keeping me company while I build. Like I said, usually I end up just turning on some music. There we go. Now it's looking good. There we go. Can't forget the unicorn horn. There she is. Complete. There she goes. Yeah, these are all 3D printed. These are all my parts that I printed. And I actually ended up printing this one too as well. I just ended up printing this. This actually came out. This is a 13-hour print. It actually came out really good. It's a shark fin. But it actually came out really good. This TPU I'm really liking. I think it's a son of a gun. I don't remember the name of it. It's some weird name, but it's really shiny. And it's also really strong as well as very, very durable. So, but that is it. That concludes it. I hope you guys have a 3D printer. LOL, I like that. Sure. Thank you. Yeah, I actually, that one, I think it was like 14 hours. That's the only that stinks about 3D printing. At least with my printer is it's slow. So it takes a long time to do 3D printing on mine. But it's still nice having a 3D printer and not actually having to go out and get parts that day or the next day for any of my builds. So it makes it super, super simple. But thank you guys for joining along. Keep me company during this build. Here it is one last time. I think I'm going to name it Creamsicle. From the motors, it actually reminds me of the ice cream. But it turned out pretty good. Is it loud? No, it's not that loud. I actually replaced the fan. If you use the default fans, it will be loud because most of the fans they come with are cheap. So you can replace it usually with a Noctua fan. And then after you replace it, it's usually pretty quiet. But other than that, no, it prints in my closet while I work from my desk, which is about 5 feet away. So it is really nice and convenient just to be able to print from home. But I'm going to jump off. Like I said, once again, thank you guys very much. I will be probably tuning in probably next week or the week after that, maybe do another build. Probably a 4S build that time, and then maybe even a freestyle after that, and maybe some other content. So thank you guys. It was good spending some time with you guys, and catch you guys later.